Today we're going to be learning how your dog should get in and out of the car. If you have a service dog, this is super important, and it's part of the AKC CGCU, Canine Good Citizen Organ. If you want to pass that test, this is essential. But another thing is, anyway, if you have a service dog, for safety, because your dog is getting in and out of the car all day, your dog needs to do this really well. So we're going to get in the car right here, and I'm going to show you exactly how I teach Kip to do this. Hello everybody, my name is Edgar Rodriguez, and this here is Kip, my service dog. And today we are going to be learning how to load your dog into the car and out of the car in a safe way and in the right way, especially when we're talking about service dogs. Like I said, this is part of the CGCU. If you want to do that test, you need to pass this exercise. So right now we're going to open the kennel for Kip, and Kip needs to stay there. That was a good opportunity for me to correct Kip. He has to stay there until I tell him that he can get out of the car. This way it's going to be safe, because sometimes you're going to be parking in an area where there's a lot of traffic, and this is the proper way. He shouldn't get out of the car until I give him the command. If I would be in an area that I trust that he can just jump from the car, I would give him the command and he would do it. That's one choice, and he's well trained to do that and wait for either the leash or for me to give the command. You have to think about that. If I would be in an area like the beach, I could say, hey, I won't say it, but I can give him the command and he can immediately come out. But today, because I don't feel safe where we are, this is a parking lot, but we have a lot of cars coming in and out. I'm going to use it the proper way, which is with the leash. So after, you saw that, immediately he felt the leash. He wants to get out, but because of the video, and I want to talk to you before he gets out, I had to stop him. After he has the leash out on, that's a cue for him to go out. I can stop him if I want to, like I did right now, but for him it's a cue. Right now he has his leash on. He's ready to go out. You want to make sure that it's not too long. Or too short. If it's too short, when he jumps out of the car, you're going to choke him, you're going to correct him, and that's not a good thing. So are we ready to go out, Kip? Let's go. Good boy. There's two things right there. I have a hand signal, like always, and I have a command for him to get out of the car. So now let's learn how to do this in the proper way. If you have a puppy, I wouldn't ask your puppy to jump in out of the car. I would take him out of the car. So I would do all the exercise that we're going to be doing today, but instead of asking him to jump out of the car, especially a high SUV like this one, I would pick him up and take him out, because the joints are not ready solid, so that can hurt your dog. So be careful when you're doing that. So first, let's start with loading Kip into a kennel. I like to start this exercise with kennels because sometimes he travels here for safety, or if we go a really long trip, I need my kids to sit on the back seat, and I need that space. So we're going to start right here. So the way you start this training to get in the car, because not every dog wants to go in the car, the way you start is luring. So we're going to lure him and go. Go. Good boy. He was a little confused because we don't do this anymore. We're luring. We just giving the signal. He's like, why are you throwing trees in there? But this is how you start. One other way you can do it is using the leash to guide him inside the car. Right now we're going to out. We're going to do it that way now. Again, Kip, I show him the treat. And now he's going automatically. As soon as he sees the treat, he's going in. But you can guide him and pull him with the leash to get him in the car. Keep out. So we're going to try to do with the leash he knows I do this really well, so I'm trying to show you the ways that I would do it. So I would just throw the treat, pull him in, just go, and he goes. You might have to guide your dog a little bit more. You might have to pull that leash a little bit more so he gets in there. So that's how I train him to go in. Now I'm going to show you how I teach Kip not to come out of the kennel when I open it. So the way you're going to do it, you're going to open the kennel, and if he tries to come out, you're going to close the kennel before he gets out. And you're going to keep doing this until the dog stays there. He will learn. Some dogs will try to really jump out of the car, so you have to be careful. You want to be in a safe place before you do this. So you open it and you close immediately before the dog leaves the kennel. That way you control that exit. When he stays in there, you're going to reward the dog. So let's imagine the Kip is trying to come out of the kennel. He's trying to come out. I close it. He stays a little bit. I give him a treat, and then I close it again. Every time you open the kennel, imagine he's trying to come out, you close the kennel. When he's there, you give him a treat and close the kennel again. You're going to be opening the kennel. If he tries to go out, imagine he's trying to go out, you will stop him, push him back, and when he's there, and then you're going to give a treat right there. Into the point that you opening the door and he stays there. And this is what you want. You want to be able to move away. You want to be able to grab bags and come back, and the dog stays in the car. This is very important for the CGCU, like I said, but it's safety for your dog. I'm going to show you how I train Kip not to leave the car when I open the door and wait for the command. With the kennel, you use the kennel's door to open it and close it when he's trying to go out and train your dog. I recommend you first do the kennel part and master the kennel, because that's going to make these a lot easier. If you don't have a kennel, I recommend you get one, because it's one way to travel with your dog that is safe, and it will help manage your dog in a better way, especially if you have a puppy and you're starting this training. Remember, if you have a puppy, don't let him jump out of the car. You have to take him out. This exercise, Kip is wearing his service dog vest, and it can be any vest or it can be any harness for doing this training. You don't want to put this on his collar, because when you open the door, if he tries to jump out, and then you're going to choke the dog, and you want to measure the distance that for sure your dog is not going to be able to get out because it's attached to this. So the way I do it is I attach here. So this is the length right here. He won't be able to get out and jump. That's actually going to be on his back, and that's going to prevent him from jumping from the car. Kip, come over here. We're going to tie this to his vest. Let me see. And that's actually a little bit too long, so let's make it a little bit shorter. Right there. Okay, so this is what I do. Okay. Remember, Kip is well trained. He's not even trying. But if your dog is trying to come out of the car, imagine your dog is trying to come out of the car, this thing is going to stop him from coming out without your control. So when he's there, imagine your dog now is trying to come out. You stop him and say, good. And reward him when he's here. Good. You will close the door again. We're going to do the same thing we were doing with the kennel, where we go ahead and open the door. Good. And if the dog is trying to push out, you want to go ahead and use the door, open and close. Good. Remember, the dog is tied to the car, so he won't be able to get out even if he wants to. But this is going to show him that by staying there, he's going to be rewarded. Good. Good. And you're going to keep doing this and opening the door maybe a little bit more. Good. And reward the dog being there. Good. Okay, Kip, let me see the camera. Come over here. Okay. Now that your dog he's staying here, okay? You'll be closing and opening the door, rewarding the dog, and he wants to stay in the car. Now it's time to start getting the dog out of the car in a safe way. So we're still keeping this right here. He's still attached to the car, so it's not going anywhere. And all we're gonna do is Kip, come. We're gonna get all the leash, put it on his collar. Okay, now you got it in the collar. You're gonna loose this one, and you're gonna take the dog out. Let's go. So that's how I teach this part of the exercise. Things that your dog needs to know before you start the exercise. One of them is have to be sitting or down in a calm way. Because if you come with groceries in your hands or bags, you need your dog to be sitting in a comfortable way before you even open the door. Because you remember, you got things in your hands. Let me show you how we do this in everyday life. So we are coming here. We imagine we have multiple bags in our hands. Kip is attached to me this way. Kip, I see. Good boy. So he would sit in front of the door of the car, and necessarily, I remember I have bags, so I'm gonna take this off, and I wanna keep always control of my dog, so I will hold the leash with the bags in my hands, open the door. I would throw things in the back of the car, and then I'm gonna come right here and loose the dog. This is me. It all depends how safe in the area I am. I'm gonna take the leash off the dog, and then Kip, let's go. And give him the command to get in the car and go. But my hands have to be free, and he has to be really calm on the sit or a down, because that way you can manage everything you have in your hands before you deal with your dog. If you find this video helpful, make sure you smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. That way you get notified every time I post a new video. Seriously? He just got lazy.